and that what I think and say matters. I feel accepted and appreciated, and knowing that others have my back in turn has given me more confidence to be creative, courageous, and to step into positions of leadership. I may not always know what I am doing, but I do know that my friends in sisterhood are always there to help me figure things out. People often ask me, what's so special about a Jewish women's group? Do we need women's groups anymore now that the women are more involved in so many other facets of synagogue and community leadership and life? I tell them yes. There is a continuing role for women's groups in synagogues and Jewish communal life, just as there is a continuing need for the kind of sisterhood that the Women of Reform Judaism offers its members and supporters. Women's groups are a valuable source of connection and emotional support, as well as mentorship and leadership development. They are a powerful vehicle for social justice advocacy and offer a myriad of opportunities for engagement. As women continue to face so many significant hurdles and challenges in today's world, sisterhood is more important than ever. For me personally, leaning into sisterhood right now in the current political climate and feeling the collective energy of women around me sharing their stories of struggle and concern and resilience has given me a lot of support and hope. The complexity of sisterhood today reflects an understanding that its significance can vary widely among individuals, especially in light of our changing understandings of gender identity, while still serving as a unifying source to combat social injustices that affect women collectively. The strength of sisterhood lies in its ability to turn individual struggles into collective empowerment. It's the feeling that we are in this together. When I joined Women of Isaiah, a sisterhood at my synagogue, Temple Isaiah in Lafayette, California, I realized there was something unique, warm, and incredibly special about being part of women's group. After a decade of feeling a bit lonely and isolated as a retired lawyer and a stay-at-home mom, I suddenly felt a connection to others with similar lives, lived experiences. I enjoyed spending time with them and was learning so much about what it meant to be Jewish and what it meant to be engaged with our community. These were creative and interesting women who may have had their differences, but shared a deep love and respect for each other. They came together not only to socialize and have fun, but to tackle serious issues, to pray, to learn, to collaborate on projects, and help make our world a better place through acts of tikkun olam. As I took on more responsibilities within the group, I was blessed with many mentors and who generously shared their experiences and valuable expertise. My friends of the sisterhood were there to cheer me on and celebrate with me as I converted to Judaism and became an adult bat mitzvah. They were there to hold me up and catch my tears each time I suffered another loss. They have always been there for me and with me, sharing my journey. Went on to tell then she expanded her life to being on the board with WRJ, which I'm not going to talk about, but I thought there's a lot of things in here that a lot of us experience and connect with and can rise up. Now, the business of welcoming and thanking our old and welcoming our new members of our Temple Adash Shalom Sisterhood Board. When engaged in the work of sisterhood, it is sometimes difficult to think about holiness. Telephone calls to make, deadlines to meet, paperwork to complete, food to prepare, publicity to write, membership to build, and along the way we experience a myriad of emotions. Sometimes we are anxious, bewildered, critical, frustrated, harsh, impatient, judgmental, thoughtless, and unkind. At those times, we must remember that we are engaged in holy work and we are helping to perfect the world. We are rooted in the blessings of our people and our faith. We move to creating our own special blessings. We must seek to overcome our limitation. Baruch atah Adonai, blessed is our God. Bless us, O God, with the gifts of patience, good humor, and understanding. As we remember the matriarchs Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, and the enduring qualities which they were blessed, Sarah was blessed with dignity, Rebecca with strength, Rachel with grace, and Leah with loyalty. Temple of TAS Sisterhood has benefited from leaders who are blessed with considerable qualities. And now I ask for all past presidents of Sisterhood to please stand. All past presidents. Your presence here tonight is a testament of your commitment and your love for sisterhood. We acknowledge your many contributions. Baruch atah Adonai, blessed is our God. Blessed are you, O God, who bestowed upon us loyal, attentive, and caring. Next, we remember Hannah, mother of the prophet Samuel, for her devotion and faithfulness to God. At Temple TAS Shalom, you have benefited from devoted and faithful sisterhood leaders these past several years. As I call the names of these members of the outgoing board of directors, please stand and remain, actually come up. Marcia Butchness, Judy Delaney, Nancy Lever, and Heather McJilton and Liz Westendorf, who are not here with us this evening. We thank you for the gifts of yourselves and for your leadership. Although this part of your sacred journey is complete, we know Temple of TAS Sisterhood will always have your commitment and devotion. Baruch atah Adonai, blessed is our God. God shall guard your coming and your going from this time forth and forever. From Psalms 121. As we remember Miriam, sister to Moses and Aaron, and leader in her own right, acclaimed for her preparedness, creativity, and wondrous song, Miriam offers us strength and encouragement. Here at Temple of TAS Shalom, we look forward to another season of knowledge and wise sisterhood leadership. And now I ask our newly elected officers to come up, please. Immediate past President Deb Temple, Vice President of Marketing and Tech Mindy Goldman, Rhonda August is our secretary, who's not here today. Chris Truly is going to be your treasurer. Naomi, our liaisons to our board, Naomi Walton, Karen Wood. Also not here with us tonight, Stacia Friedman Hill, Randy Chansey. Is there Randy here? Who's coming? And Natalie Nelson. And we have a blank spot. It's still open. If someone else would like to join us, just speak to me afterwards. It can even be a past president. Your sisterhood is most grateful that each of you has chosen to share your wisdom and experiences and are willing to guide this organization for the next year. May all be blessed like Miriam with strength and encouragement. May you be blessed in your leadership efforts. Okay, now you have to make a pledge. So repeat after me, everyone up here. I solemnly pledge to perform impartially and consistently in accordance with the Constitution of Temple of TAS Shalom Sisterhood, the duties of the office I now assume. I shall dedicate myself to those duties without fear or favor, and with unyielding integrity. This is my pledge, freely given, right? Upon which I ask God's blessing. Amen. When and pass. Baruch atah Adonai, blessed is our God. Let's now do a Shehekianu, everyone. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehekianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lasman hazeh. Blessed are you, our God, who has kept us in life, sustained us, and permitted us to reach this season. Amen. Thank you very much.
Yeah. At this time, we think of those in need of healing. Rabbi will read the names on our healing list. And Karen, I invite you up to lead us in the Mishaberach.
On this Shabbat, we lovingly think of Amari Cooper, Ann Robbins, Barry Davis, Brenda Baldwin, Cindy Zimlin, Crew O'Brien, Danielle Pressel, Heather Mullis, Jennifer T. Gordon, Jesse Ellingham, Kathy Lazarski, Morgan Jones, Paul Ruskin, Rita Dalal, Rivka Levine, Sam Feldman, and Stan Friedman, who's here with us this evening. Welcome. Welcome. Steve Larson, William Bradshaw. Let us all join together.
Do you want to see if anybody else?
Oh, yeah. I'm out of my element, as you can probably tell. I'm a little bit confused. If you'd like to add a name to our healing list this evening, please raise your hand and mention that name when my eyes meet yours. And of course, we keep in our thoughts and our prayers all those who were wounded due to acts of war and violence everywhere and anywhere in our world. And now,
The Mishaberach can be found on page 371.
renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you, Karen. At this time, I would like to take a few minutes to talk about the Torah portion. This week's parsha, Acharei Mot, is special to me because it was my daughter Naomi's Torah portion for her bat mitzvah. So, what happens in Acharei Mot? Well, Acharei Mot means after the death of. After the death of Aaron's two sons, God gives Moses very specific instructions to give Aaron for entering the Holy of Holies, which include when he can enter, what he must wear, what animals he must sacrifice, and the sacrificial ritual. This includes the scapegoat ceremony, where sins are symbolically transferred to a goat sent into the wilderness. This portion also includes laws about eating meat, and God instructs Moses to tell the Israelites they are not to partake of the blood of any animal, as the life of all flesh is its blood. The last part of the portion includes God telling Moses to tell the Israelites not to copy the practices of Egypt or Canaan or follow their laws, but to follow God's laws alone. Then God tells Moses the laws about sexual limits. Tonight, I'm going to focus on the first part of the portion, after the death of. After the death of Aaron's two sons, the Israelites mourned and Aaron was silent. After Aaron suffers such an unexpected tragic loss, we may wonder, how does he find the strength to go on? In Acharei Mot, Aaron is living with a purpose. He knows he has an important job to do. The Israelites need him, and the rest of his family needs him. He lives to serve God. This is his why. This brings up questions such as, what do we do after the death of a loved one? How do we continue to live our lives? Earlier this week, I watched the 60 Minutes interview with Rachel Goldberg-Pollen. She spoke about the pain she felt while her son, Hirsch, was held in captivity by Hamas after the October 7 attacks, and the pain she continues to feel since finding out Hamas executed him. Rachel did so much to help her son while he was a hostage. She quit her job and advocated to bring the hostages home. She met with world leaders, including President Biden and the Pope. She found out from a survivor that was briefly with Hirsch that Hirsch heard her voice on TV, and it brought her some comfort. She continues to give interviews, and she wrote a book about her experience. She found her why. Researchers Howard Friedman and Leslie Martin wrote a book titled The Longevity Project. The study, which followed 1,500 people over 8 decades, sought to understand what characteristics are correlated with those who live the longest. The data showed that persistent, prudent individuals who engaged in meaningful activities tended to live longer, debunking ideas that stress from challenging jobs or a lack of marriage automatically shortens life. The study highlighted that being responsible, planning ahead, and being achievement-oriented are key traits for a long life. The study found that pursuing meaningful goals and activities is more beneficial than simply trying to relax. While diet and exercise matter, the study found that personality, social connections, and a sense of purpose are more significant predictors of a long, healthy life. So, what do we do with this information? As we age, more friends and family will pass away. It's inevitable. But perhaps if we find causes we are passionate about, find activities that are meaningful to us, we won't just be helping others, we'll also be helping ourselves. I know whenever I volunteer, I may go into it with a sense that I'm giving my time and energy to help someone out. But I find that I get back so much joy and an amazing experience that I otherwise wouldn't have had. Aaron and Rachel experienced sudden, extreme loss. They both also had a strong why to go on. On this Shabbat, may we all think about our why and then find activities that will help others and ourselves live long, healthy lives. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Yasher Koach.
Thank you. At this time, Rabbi Mika will count the Omer. Please turn to page 570.
As you can see, the number of the Omer is presented right here. הנני מוכן ומזומן לקיים מצוות עשה של ספירת העומר. I am ready to fulfill the mitzvah of counting the Omer. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על ספירת העומר. Our praise to you, Adonai, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to count the Omer. And just a brief explanation, we count the Omer, the 50 days between Passover and the next high, it's considered a very high holiday, Shavuot. There are 50 days, and this is a commandment that was given to us actually in the Torah. And that is why we count the Omer every day. And when we're here at the temple, of course, the numbers change according to the day of the service. And so, Hayom, 22 יום, שהם 3 שבועות ו1 ימים לעומר. Today is the 22nd, which is 3 weeks and 1 days of the Omer. And this is how we just fulfilled the mitzvah.
Rabbi, at this time, if it's available to you, please rise as we turn to the top of page 586 for Aleinu. We will then continue on page 591 in the middle of the page.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 591. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, we lovingly remember Klala Brightstout, Esther Kushner, Fanny Hunter, Herman Halpern, Jimmy Chansey, Catherine Hermina Ford, Louise Reiser, Nathan Siegel, Nina Schiff, Norman Kogan, Samuel Bernstein, Shelley Schumann. Let us all join together in reciting the ancient words of Kaddish Yatom. Please turn to page 598. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחי יחון וביום יחון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קרי ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all of Israel, which we all say together. Amen. Please be seated.
I'd like to invite Mark Wilco to the bema to give announcements.
Mark and his helper.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Well, as usual, there's lots of stuff going on, starting with tonight with the murder mystery.
Daven and die.
Daven and die, yes. We took the N out. And let's see, other things that are happening on, in no particular order, Tuesday, May 12th, there's going to be a talk by the rabbi about the book that she recently published. Everyone's invited. Let's see, the ELC is the Early Learning Center is gonna have a summer program around the world in 9 weeks. Sounds like fun. You wanna go back to, preschool? Okay, and let's see, what else do we have going on here? It's going to be summer soon, and that's pretty much it. If you have an interest in serving on our board of trustees, we have two openings on the board of trustees, working in fundraising as well as the emeritus position. But the emeritus position does not, in our rules, have to be someone who served on the board before. It's more about, have you had a lot of real life experiences, maybe served on other boards, but have been around the block once or twice. We'd love to have you. So see me afterwards. It's a great honor to serve on the board. You're welcome to do that as well. I just figured since they gave me the mic, Anyway, enjoy this evening.
I'd like to wish Nancy Lever and Paul happy anniversary, as well as Elaine and Larry Coco, and celebrating another year. Happy birthday to Ronan O'Donnell, Deborah Tenenbaum, Adam Washman, Anita Weintraub, Eliana Jocelyn, Dylan Aker, and Mindy Fang. Mazel tov and happy birthday to all who are celebrating.
I invite Pat, Karen, Denise, and Ann to the bema to lead us in a Don Olam on page 625.
Go over here. All right, stand here. Can we have this microphone? Excellent. It's on. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yetzir Nivra Le'et Nasa V'chefza Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh Vehu Yiyeh Betifara Vehu Echad Ve'en Sheni Lehamshilo Lehachmiro רוחי, ואת תישן והעירה, ועם רוחי גוויעתי, אדוני לי ולא יירא.
I'd like to thank everyone who participated in tonight's service, Rabbi Mika for providing music, and Lynn for doing our tech. So we'll meet in the social hall for Kiddush Motzi and dinner. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Yasher koch to you, Wendele.
Thank you.